침호하세요. 나는 좋은 사람이다. 실직은 하고 싶어서 안 돼. 아니다.
여기 적힌 것들 자제하기. 아빠 취직할 때까지. 나 테니스 포기. 내 차. 그리고 우리 집.
Hey, howdy, hey, awesome people of the internet. Wolfman 4 Sandash here to give you the very first Let's Talk of the year, where I'm talking about the film I actually saw on New Year's Day with my pals Clank Zoka and 323 Lee 323. So we saw this film at the Arts Pitch House, and the film I'm going to be talking to you about today is No Other Choice. So this was heavily advertised as having a very close to 100% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, and you know, after seeing it I can kind of see why. So it's a South Korean satirical black comedy thriller film, co-written, produced and directed by and I'm hoping I'm pronouncing all these names correctly, Park Chan-wook. It's based on the novel The Axe by Donald Westlake, and the film stars a couple of Squid Game stars, so Lee Byung-hun and Park Hee-soon. So for those of you who are not too familiar with you may not be familiar with the names, but they have starred in Squid Game, with Lee himself having also appeared in some quite high profile films, including the G.I. Joe films from 2009 and 2013, Red 2 starring alongside Bruce Willis. He was also in a Terminator film, in Terminator Genesis. Yeah, we don't talk about that. And he also appeared in other films, including Magnificent Seven, K-pop Demon Hunters, and as I said, he had a recurring role as the front man and then part of the main cast in Squid Game. And then Park Hee-soon, he appears in Squid Game as the masked officer. So what's the film about? So it's the second film adaptation of the novel after the 2005 French language feature The Axe, which was directed by Costa Gavras, who as I understand is no longer with us, and this film is dedicated to that person in the closing credits. The film is following a desperate paper industry expert, played by Lee, who decides to kill off his competition to be assured of the job he seeks to maintain his way of life. So yeah, this is one of those films where it's about a guy that doesn't like it that wants to get his way, but he's not getting his way, so he has to kill people off to do just that, and it's done in the most hilarious ways. So he's a family man. He's got a wife. He's got 2 kids, a couple of dogs. And he has a house that he's worked very hard to renovate and get to a point where he actually likes what it is. Unfortunately, due to struggles, his family, as he puts it, are at war with the world. So he tries to keep the house, while at the same time dealing with the competition. So what does he do? He does try and kill as many people as possible, but in the end he only ends up killing very little people in the end, all to do with this competition. But you know, the film is funny. It is hilarious. Jokes that usually would not work, such as, I know there was a fart joke in the film, actually did work here. And yeah, it's a very funny film, very well acted. I was laughing, Clank was laughing, the audience we had was laughing. There was so many good moments in it, and you know, a few serious moments as well. Like there was a moment where one of the kids is sort of taken into custody by the police, and other stuff falls into play as well. And I think it was good to see Lee, who I've always often seen as a sort of very silent, either protagonist or a villain, actually play a completely different role here, where he's actually being genuinely funny. And it's kind of a foreign film for us in the UK anyway. It means that it's distributed by various different companies. So for us UK folk, it's Mubi Entertainment. but it might be different to you people wherever you see this film. We saw this as a preview, so usually, as you know, when it's a preview, it means you get to see the film before it's released. So that's what we did. We saw it before it was released. Originally, my plan for New Year's Day was to go with 323 Lee 323 to watch a completely different film called The Housemaid. But after seeing what reviews of that and everything, and also seeing what Clank was going to go and see, we decided to go and see that instead. Although it took some convincing for 323 Lee 323. And yeah, it was a lovely film, very funny, good, lots of laughs and good fun. I rated it 8 out of 10 on Letterboxd, and I think thinking about it, it is actually a lot better than I thought it was. And to be honest, I can't think of anything that was bad about it. I mean, there is this scene where there is this sort of gruesome scene, which I'm not going to talk about too much, but if you're not into gruesome stuff, then yeah, it's it might come out of the blue, but at least they build it up to it. So as you might have noticed, I've got a bit of a sore throat, trying to clear and everything. So yeah, but anyway, so No Other Choice. I'm gonna go against my Letterboxd review, and I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Yeah, I can't think of anything bad about it. I can't think of anything that's negative about it. It's very funny, very satirical. If you like black comedies, you'll love this film, I'm sure. It's it is what it is, and yeah, I really liked it. So yeah, a good start for films for 2026. Hopefully there'll be even more great films as well as the year goes on. But so far this is a good start. So yeah, and as I said, it was great to see Lee Byung-hun in a role that's different to what I usually see him in. So yeah, that's what I've got to say about No Other Choice. Love to hear what you think about it. At the time I'm doing this vlog, it's, as I understand, it's currently out in some places, but not everywhere. So do check it out when you can. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you think about it if you've seen it. So draw your own conclusions and whatever in the comments, because I love reading your comments and everything. But other than that, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you can, please. If you are new to the channel, I usually do vlogs like this on Thursdays, doing all sorts of different topics, but when it comes to new things that have come out recently, I tend to do those over the weekend, as well as other stuff as well, including videos with friends, gameplay compilations, shorts and others. Monday and Tuesdays I'll do a gameplay series video where it's basically following a long game over a series of videos, and I alternate between 4 different games at the moment. And every Wednesday I do a Let's Play video. You all know what those are, and that's all I do and more. See you in the next one. Peace to you all, and remember, if you know you've got competition and you know you have no other way to sort of get to where you want to go, then yeah, I guess by all means go kill the people. But maybe don't do that unless you know what you're doing, because you know lots of people that might be watching this video will probably think it's okay to kill people to get competition. No, killing is definitely not okay. So do not follow this film. Do not take guidance whatsoever. If you have to eliminate your competition in a more diplomatic and less violent way, if you can. So yeah, right. Doodles.